Hi guys, it's Sam here with Bargain.hunting.blonde, and today I am bringing to you a viewer requested video, which is a review of my different coin purses or change purses, change holder, whatever you want to call it. As we have now transitioned into using card holders and smaller wallets, a coin purse has become much more of a necessity, especially if you're in somewhere like Europe where a lot of the smaller bills are not actually bills, but they're coins. So today I have for you technically four coin purses that I own. I am not the biggest investor in coin purses because it's kind of like once you have one, you don't really need others. But I do have a couple, and let's start with the one that you can't really just get on its own, and that is in this little dust bag. Well, actually, it's kind of a big dust bag for what it is. And that is the Louis Vuitton coin purse that comes with the multi-pochette. So I'm actually going to show you my other Louis Vuitton round coin purse, which you can buy on its own. We'll get there in a second. But this you would have to buy as a replacement piece, which you might be able to do if you have a SA who loves you. But normally you have to have the pochette accessoire, or excuse me, the multi-pochette as a piece on your account. So I just wanted to show this because this is definitely an option if you are buying the multi-pochette or you are buying the Prada version of the multi-pochette. It does come with a coin purse. And this coin purse is a little different because it has more of a gusset in it than the round coin purse, which I'll show you. And also it has the large monogram. This is the regular monogram, and then the mini monogram on the back. So that's kind of the fourth one. And I am kind of going from my favorite to least favorite. Next is going to be the version of it basically that you can purchase, which is in this little box. I do keep my SLGs in their boxes. This though, interestingly, when I went to go film this video, I could not find it online. I don't think they're discontinuing it. It was just not online. So this is the Louis Vuitton round coin purse. As you can see, it is very similar to what I just showed you. It just does not have that extra D-ring, and it is all the basic monogram. And it does have a little vachetta strip right there, which is why this is one of my least favorite coin purses, because coin purses have a tendency to be down in your bag, kind of get jostled around. They're smaller, and it doesn't need to have the vachetta that can discolor right there. It just seems really random and not necessary. And I think this would be a great piece if it didn't have that. Also, like I said, compared to the other one, this one, which still has its little, guys, this is I really never use it. It has its little tag, and this is actually very surprising because I bought this in Zurich, and so it has it in Swiss francs on the back. The price, which you'll see right there, is $205. And normally when I purchase in Europe, they do not give you this little tag. But it does not have the little gussets. It is just a coin purse that you kind of have to open like this and fish around in to find what you want in there. But the nice thing is it is a darker lining and is much more wipeable. This one, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that, is made in France. But I rarely use this piece. I think it's very cute. I haven't wanted to get rid of it because I know it is very hard to find, and it's definitely very expensive on the Preloved market. And it's oddly not on the Louis Vuitton website right now, which makes me even more I should definitely keep this piece. That's weird. My next piece is, again, Louis Vuitton. It is not only a coin holder, but it could definitely be used as that, and I do use it as that. And that is in this cute little dust bag, which you guys can probably figure out what it is by the shape. It is the Louis Vuitton Key Clay. I do have this in all three prints, or all three women's prints. It does come in a couple prints for the men's line as well, which I have been eyeing and definitely will purchase. This little thing can be used as so many different things. You'll have seen this in my card holder review. It can hold headphones, it can hold hair ties, and it can definitely hold coins and keys as well. So this is great because it's so versatile. This retails for $215 on the Louis Vuitton website. It is hard to find on the Louis Vuitton website, and it is hard to find in stores, but I do see this when I'm when I'm stalking the Louis Vuitton website, and I see that they restock this piece. in different colors, you know, the monogram, the damier ebene, the damier azur, randomly throughout the day. So it is able to be purchased online. It's just one of those pieces that can be harder to find. Like, you aren't just able to go onto the Louboutin website and purchase it right away, unless you get really lucky. So definitely like this piece. I would say though, if you're going to use it as a key holder, I'd probably stay away from the damier azur, just because the interior of this is the really light color that goes with damier azur, and that would mean that your coins are going to get it dirty. If you don't care about looking at the inside of your piece, I love the damier azur print. I think it's really pretty. And lastly, I have two of these. One of these you will see is kind of my like what not to do with your pieces, and then one is a newer piece and actually has all my coins in it. So that is the Hermes Ostia. So the Ostia is different than the Calvi, and I have the Calvi right here, because the Calvi is long and more rectangular, while the Ostia is more of a square. The Ostia will not hold credit cards. The Calvi is meant to hold cards, so it will hold credit cards. If you guys saw my card holder review, it has my business cards in it. So definitely two different pieces, but very similar kind of in style. So the Hermes Ostia comes in at $225 to $235, depending on the type of leather. The Epsom, which is what I think, actually this one might be goatskin. The Epsom retails for cheaper than the other leathers. It comes in a ton of different colors. You can buy these online on Hermes website. You can also buy them in the store, depending on when you go. Depends on what colors and what leathers they will have. So here's my advice on this before I show you kind of how it works. This is a very, very beautiful color. But as you guys can see that? And you're like, what is that? There's nothing in here. I'll show you. There's literally nothing in here. That is the button. The button is right here. It is a button snap closure. That is the button reflecting on the very light exterior, because how you close this to make sure your coins don't fall out is via the button. So my advice for this piece, if you like, and I love the Ostia, this is my #1 coin purse. Do not buy a light color, even if you love the light color, because even if you've got no coins in this or very minimal amount of coins in this, just using the piece is going to end up with this little round dent. And you can basically kind of see it because you like how you press on it like this, your finger gets it to be dirty. Yeah, so I'm actually thinking, I don't know if I'm going to try to clean this or if I'm going to have someone like custom paint something on it. I think would be really cute. But yeah, that's a little bit of a bummer. This was my first Hermes Ostia. I wanted to try a lighter leather, and maybe this wasn't the piece to try it in. My current used Ostia is this beautiful blue color. This did, let me see if I can find it. Yeah, there it is. Mark very early into using it. I don't know if you can see that little like chunk right there, which is kind of crazy because I put this in another small leather good. So I don't know how that happened, but besides that, this has held up really well. The blue has held up much better. I've been using this continually for almost a year now, maybe a year. So let's go over how the Ostia works. So the Ostia, as you can see, is this little square leather on one side, and then is like a little envelope on the other side. As I showed you with the other color, it opens via a snap closure, which you'll see right there. Snap closure. It does say Hermes, Paris, made in France, right there on all the Ostias. As you can see, I also have Swiss francs in here, which are dollars. This is full of change that I use a lot in Switzerland and in London. And how you use this coin purse is you tilt it and the coins slide. I don't want all my coins to fall out, but see how the coins slide? They get caught in this bottom piece, and then you can actually see what's in your coin purse, which is really exciting. So for example, this, we're just gonna do some fun money. This is a Swiss franc that is worth 2 Swiss francs, which is really cool looking. Because I spend a lot of time in Switzerland, so I have a lot of Swiss money. But I also have in here a pound because, you know, spending all my time in London as well. Well, used to, pre-COVID. And then I also, just to make life interesting, have no idea why I have this, but I have, oh, that was a 5 Swiss franc. I was looking for a different, many other countries. Well, I also have in here US change, but yes, so I have a lot of random change in here. I have to show you guys this because this is so amazing. So this is a $5, 5 Swiss francs, which is almost equivalent to $5. They're normally almost about 1 to 1. But the funny thing is, like, so this is 10 cents from, this must be pounds. But like, look at how big, can you see how big this 5 Swiss franc is? It's kind of crazy. But I really do love this coin purse. I find it's much easier to use than any other coin purse. It comes in a ton of colors. It's easy to get because like Hermes on their website almost always has it. Lots of different colors. Their website will restock with a bunch of different colors. So if you don't see a color you like, check back in a couple of days and you'll probably see a color you do like. I just think it's such a cool piece. It is such a great coin purse. One downside, besides, as you guys saw with the light pink color and the button showing and just the wear on the light pink, is that, like the Calvi, if somehow this is out and about in your purse and something hits this button, it can force it open because it is just a button closure. And if it does that and you don't realize it, you can have coins all over your purse. That is not ideal. At least not in my world, having coins all over my purse. But in general, I love this piece. I think, let me show you it compared to the coin purse. It is bigger than you think it is. And there's, as you guys can see, a lot of coins in here. I will have to say in general that I find coin purses to be kind of expensive for how small they are. But if you are wanting to get into Hermes and you want to try out a fashion house, I think coin purse is a great option. And I just love this blue. It's so beautiful. So thank you for turning into my quick ranking and review of my coin purses. If you like these sort of videos, please make sure to hit the subscribe button down below and the notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video, which is about once a week. If you want to see how I style my bags, you will not be probably seeing these little coin purses because they'll be in the bag. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram, my blog, and Facebook, which are all linked down below. Thank you so much for tuning in today, guys. Thank you so much for my viewer who requested this video. If you guys ever have any videos that you're interested in, ever want to see a more up-close video of any of my pieces, please make sure to just comment down below, DM me on Instagram. I'm very open and I love doing videos that are helpful to you guys. Thank you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.